Online reviews are a fact of life these days, and research indicates that they're just as powerful as a personal recommendation. Now, some dentists have tried to stifle negative reviews by including non-disparagement clauses in their agreements. I'll be back after the break to tell you why this is a horrible idea for dentists. Thanks for watching the Patient Attraction Podcast. I'm Colin, receiver. Now, you may have heard there was a crazy dentist up in New York who actually sued his unhappy patients and took them to court. They had left negative reviews about their experiences, and after he sued like 7 of them, I assure you he got many more negative reviews. Now, the dentist claimed that the reviews were defamatory and hurt his future business. Some dentists, as a result, have added non-disparagement clauses to their terms of service, hoping to discourage negative reviews. I would tell you to avoid this at all costs. Not only is that framing the initial conversation that you're having with your patients when they sign that as something that, why can't I leave a negative review? If you're going to give me a bad experience here, you're telling me I can't talk about it. That's a very negative frame for a new patient to be walking in the door. I'll also tell you, the Consumer Review Fairness Act last December found that these clauses are no longer enforceable. Consumer law supports the First Amendment right of free expression online. Now, clearly libelous reviews can still be contested in court, but that is a very, very broad differentiation from freedom of expression, because somebody can say you suck, you're a horrible dentist, you hurt them, you caused pain, you did all these terrible things, and that is their point of view. It's not actually a lie. Libelous reviews, if they said you weren't a licensed dentist, if they say that somebody that worked for you was not a licensed hygienist, those would be things that would be considered illegal or libelous. But businesses can no longer do this. You can't make a patient agree to a non-disparagement clause upon walking into your practice. Now, let's think about this at a little bit more local level, right? All of your new patients probably live within 5, 10, 15, 20 miles of your office. Sometimes these patients are your friends, your neighbors. Suing your patients, like what happened in New York with this dentist, is probably the most horrible idea that I can ever think of a dentist doing that will damage his business more than the review itself. Now, obviously, this guy was not a good dentist. The negative reviews prior to his lawsuits clearly outlined that he was more concerned about his well-being than he was about his patients. The better way to deal with negative reviews is to give excellent service in the first place. It's a whole lot more effort to deal with negative reviews than it is just to give great service. But when that inevitable unhappy patient sounds off online, gain points by handling the issue calmly and with understanding. Don't argue with them. Don't tell them they're wrong. Apologize they feel that way. Tell them how sorry you are and offer a public way to mitigate that. Make sure that your happy patients are also leaving an overwhelming number of positive reviews, and that's your hedge against the crazy ones. Join me for tomorrow's podcast. Until then, keep moving forward.